I love that. I love that so much. The PlayStation 2 is like probably my favorite startup noise, I guess you would call it. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, GameCube, Game Boy Advance. They're just peak. I'm sorry. They just are. Anyway, hello again. This is. We're going to see all that in a second. This is Extermination, my second spooky month game, coming in at a wonderful 24th of October. Silent Hill 2 took me a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. It was an excellent game, so I'll let it ride. This one releasing, I'm gonna have a different release schedule for it. I'm gonna try and do daily uploads of this, um, in smaller batches. I'm gonna try to make it like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. We'll check the options before we continue. Vibrations, sound, screen position, brightness, button config. Pretty simple stuff. Nothing I really need to change. Um, so this is a game I grew up with. It's pretty spooky. It's a survival horror on the PlayStation 2. One of the first games released for the PlayStation 2, actually, if memory serves. This, I think, to a degree, was used as a tech demo. But it came out, kind of didn't review that well. But I grew up with it. I think it's great. Um, the vibes are very like think The Thing, like John Carpenter's The Thing. Um, that's the vibe this sort of gives. There's themes of like isolation. You're in a base in uh, I think I think Antarctica. Maybe I think it is Antarctica. I'm not sure. The game will tell us. It's been a while since I've played it. So, um, let's just jump right in.
Eagle Nest, this is out there. Approaching Fort Stewart airspace. Experiencing heavy turbulence. Over.
Roger out there. This is Eagle's Nest. Fort Stewart will guide you down. Over.
Roger.
Listen up. We'll be landing at Fort Stewart shortly. This is the first Antarctic mission for the Marine Special Forces recon. Don't let your guard down. Follow your training, and you'll make it back alive. Semper Fi! Go out there and show the world what Marines are made of.
Yes, sir!
Our mission code name is Cold Limit. Check the mission data on your wireless terminals.
Yes, sir!
Dennis, I know what you're thinking. I can't stop you from living in the past. But just remember one thing. Be strong. That's all. An old teacher once told me, life is full of pain and suffering. You have to be strong to deal with it. Dennis, don't let it distract you.
If I see Cindy, and she's in trouble, I'll give my life to protect her. It's the least that I can do for Andrew.
We made these knives for our success in Cambodia. You, me, and Andrew. When times are rough, I look at this and remember that I have good friends. We go way back. We're more than just a unit. Never forget that. Your pain is my pain.
Thanks, Roger.
Mayday, mayday! We lost 2 engines. We're going down.
of urgency. Grab your parachutes. Regroup at ground facility building B. Get ready. Now go.
Yes, sir!
Fun stuff. Good times ahead.
Dennis here.
This is Roger.
Where are you?
Look up.
There's a ventilation shaft up here. It should lead into the compound. You need to get up here. Come on.
This icy cliff looks impossible.
You'll have to find a way around it. Just follow my
Directions. First, activate the elevator.
Got it.
All right. So one of the situations with this is I'm going to have to relearn a lot of the controls. So movement is pretty great, pretty stellar. The jumping mechanic is a little weird. So this is the battery. The battery is pretty much the most important item in the game. There are only a few battery recovery points, and you use, as you can see, you use points from the battery in order to activate elevators, activate certain doors, and most specifically, saving your game. Those are all controlled by the battery. So Dennis has one gun for the entire game. You can see here there's an entire screen for it. The SPR4. It's very customizable. You get tons of different things you can attach to it. Like under rail stuff. You can get like a shotgun, I think, a flamethrower, a missile launcher. There are a few different scopes you can get. You can change the firing mode. 3-round burst is the best one because, well, you'll see. It's pretty in depth for the customization you can do for that gun. You can turn it almost into a sniper rifle if you really want. But that's it for the gun. However, Dennis's knife, you get two attacks with it. There's the quick attack with circle, and then the big swipe with square. And that's how you're gonna get rid of boxes. There are a lot of boxes in this game, and sometimes they hide goodies. So, recentering the camera is also a bit of an issue. The camera is this weird, like it can't be controlled with the right stick. So sometimes you will have to aim your gun in order to focus around. It's a little clunky, shows its age, but I think it's fine. So here you get to see some of the jumping stuff. Well, I didn't really jump there, but I could have. You can absolutely die there, by the way. I did die there as a kid. And now there's some goodies hidden around here, if you know where to look. Much like Resident Evil, there are also going to be like I guess Silent Hill 2 as well. There are going to be little messages from characters, like diary entries, so to speak, placed around. So I will read them, as many as I find. Another magazine. That is one of the most important things to find. There are only a certain number of magazines, but once you have them, it raises your ammo count by 30, and that's permanent. You have that for the entire game. So oddly enough, this isn't a survival horror in the way that you have to preserve your ammo long term, as there are ammo restore points that you get them from. So that makes things a little easier. There's also, you can see these cables, and that's currently attached to a gun here. And I believe if you cut this now, then later in the game, you will end up coming back here at some point. And this will no longer shoot at you. How nice. How nice that I remembered to do that. George Harlan. It's freezing. It's frickin' freezing. This blizzard started before dawn and now it's reached severe blizzard levels. The high winds, they're making the wind chill unbearable. With the wind chill dropping the temperature between 5 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit for every 5 miles per hour of wind, no wonder it's so damn cold. Yesterday at sunset, the aurora was visible. It was snowing so lightly I could make out a beautiful green pillar of light. This is crazy. Everything about Antarctica is crazy. This whole facility is crazy. You'll never be able to get rid of them. What does he mean by that, I wonder? Get rid of what, perhaps?
From there, walk across the gas pipe to the other side.
Just like the way we did it in training, huh?
Haha, you said it. Okay, now hurry up. You have to find Cindy. We have to get inside ASAP. I'm freezing my ass off waiting for you. Be careful. One false step and you'll be in big trouble. They won't find your body till the poles melt.
Thanks.
After you cross the pipes, there are 2 places you need to jump. You're more nimble than I am, so it should be a piece of cake for you.
Okay.
The little bits of information you get here, this is kind of like the tutorial. This will help you for basically the entire game. Now, I suck at this. Like, just creeping forward. I would not be surprised if I fall here. If I fall here, I am absolutely cutting it, and I'll just pick it up when I'm not embarrassing myself. I'm sure you can understand. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't want to speak too quickly, but I think we got it. Okay. So we can go up here instead of actually going the way we should go. If Dennis wants to grab the ladder, there we go. There's some goodies up here as well, if I remember correctly. There's a much better recovery item. That's a full HP restore. So something I will also mention now, there are 2 bars here, the health bar and the infection bar. So the health bar is pretty straightforward. If it hits 0, you die. Just like real life. But the infection rate is something very interesting. Now, I'll probably talk about that more later when it comes up properly. But for right now, we don't have to worry about that. I forget how to drop off ladders as well. It's not a big deal. So this is how jumping works.
I have to jump that crevice.
It sort of reminds me of Legend of Zelda, where you kind of got to get like a run up if you want to, but you also have to press X. It's very weird, and sometimes if you're not placed in the right way,
This one.
you can absolutely mess up an important jump. There we go.
This the ventilation shaft?
While I was waiting, I was watching how this fan works. It spins for 3 seconds and stops for 2 seconds.
Crazy.
But with the inertia, it's only clear for 1 second. Timing needs to be perfect. You'd better go ahead.
Me first, huh?
I'll go once you're safely in. You're good at this kind of stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm really good at getting plastered to the walls of the inside of this. Um, it's easy. It's just timing.
You sure this is the right way? Trust me! Train tracks. Did they tell you anything about this place?
No.
This place looks like a battlefield.
What the hell?
This looks bad. Just doesn't feel right.
Your instincts are still sharp, huh?
It's kept me alive so far. Let's look around. There may be some survivors, including Cindy. Let's check out what we can. We'll start here. Cover me.
Nice.
No one here. I'll take a look around. You check out the corridor.
Okay.
Sure thing, boss. All right. So this is wonderful. But the important part is over here. We have a little room. And inside this room is a save point. And I'll make a save here. Typically a good idea. Oh. That was a weird thing for my totally real PlayStation 2 to do. But I'm gonna not worry about it. And I don't think Sony should either. So let's go check out stuff in here. The Safe Terminal, PSTS, is a computer terminal installed to observe and help manage the activities of all Fort Stewart personnel. It records an accurate state of all that a person has accomplished. In emergencies, it can run on an all-purpose battery pack, consumes 2 gauges of battery power. PSTS, also known as the Personnel Status Tracking System. All people working inside the fort are required by regulation to use the terminal every morning and evening to input personal data, including their health and task progress. For convenience, PSTS terminals are located throughout the facility. Personal data is immediately transmitted back to North America as soon as it is recorded. A leader in the North American electronics industry, ForestSoft, developed the system's basic design and OS. Those forests sure are soft. And we got another map as well. Always good to see. Hey, buddy.
You find anything?
Not yet. The facility's computer system is down. Some glitch in the power system. It's nothing I can't fix, though. You recon the area.
Okay. Hey, Sammy. How many times do I have to tell you? The transformer in the transformer room of Underground Tunnel Area A is connected to the power circuit of the drawbridge. What did you do to it? I told you to be careful with that transformer. Now the voltage is unstable and the drawbridge won't operate. It's all your fault, man. Damn it. Tomorrow's Christmas holiday is blown now. I have to reinspect all the electronic circuitry. Well, out here in the middle of nowhere, there's not much to do on a holiday except get smashed anyway. Hey, if you want to make it up to me, you'll loan me one of your better videos from your secret collection. Grant. Ooh. Wonder if we can find that secret collection someday. Little souvenir. I love crawling around in ventilation shafts. Honestly, top 5 hobbies. just crawling around in ventilation shaft. It's a good time. I think people are a little too hard on it. Anyway, all this was for a basic heal, which is fine. Uh, as you probably know from Silent Hill 2, I'm not that great at keeping myself alive. So having a lot of health items is probably for the best. I should hoard them as much as possible and try to find all of them. So there's some boxes here we can destroy, some other cool things we can find if we know where to look. There's a lot of fire there. But I mean, when has fire ever killed anyone? All the time. All the time, actually. I would say in some places in the world, daily occurrence. Another heal. Good to see. Then we can just jump up here. So here's when things start to not look too hot for the inside of the facility. This small life form, affectionately known as the bug, has been found to excrete a green infectious fluid. It has also been reported that in some cases, the creature will cling to the victim before releasing the fluid. Exposure to the infectious fluid causes a chemical reaction within the victim's body that causes cell mutation. It also weakens the body's immune system, accelerating the cell infestation process. Several cases of infection have already been reported within the facility. Any contact with the infectious fluid is to be treated with the MTS immediately. MTS stations are located throughout each section of the facility. Keep track of the nearest station in case of emergency. Fort Stewart Chief of Security, Lieutenant Colonel Greg Howard, U.S. Army. Wonderful. Dennis has no comment. He's a man of few words. And we get yet another heal. Not that I'm complaining, of course. I love getting heals. So there's a couple of guns here. These will shoot at me later. If I leave them active. Which I don't plan to. And there is, I believe, one more. Oh, right here. Lining up that knife is hard sometimes, so that's probably going to get me killed at some point during this run. In order to eliminate the unknown life forms prowling around the facility, the SG-203 sentry guns with automatic tracking sensors will be activated at 1400 hours today. Since these guns will shoot at any life form detected by their sensors, extreme caution is advised. In case of emergency, the sentry guns can be forcefully deactivated by cutting the power cable or shooting the sensor. Fort Stewart, Chief of Security, Lieutenant Colonel Greg Howard, U.S. Army. So, in some areas of the game, those guns will appear and they will shoot at the enemies. But, for the most part, it's just as well to get rid of them immediately.
Can you get back here? I've worked out the route to the rendezvous point.
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way. Sure. I wasn't at anything, Roger. I wasn't exploring. Door was locked anyway. A little bit of parkour.
What's up?
Look, it's a drawbridge. The map shows
Yeah.
that the rendezvous point, Building B, is on the other side. We need to lower that drawbridge. We should regroup and find out what's going on as soon as possible.
Right.
What did you find out?
This has been ripped to shreds. Something bad has happened here. We've got to stay sharp.
You're right. By the way, the computer is almost fixed. We should be able to open some of the doors now.
Based.
Can you open the door at the end of the tunnel? It's locked.
Yeah, hold on.
The
All right, it should be open now.
the North
I'm
American
gonna
version of
try
this
to lower
game
the drawbridge from here.
uh,
You need to head to a
does have a couple
rendezvous point
issues
building
with
B ASAP. Until then,
the
keep up
voice
your recon.
files.
Okay.
At some points of the game, they seem to play like a little too fast.
I know. There's definitely something
They
strange going on here.
cut off at weird points. The entire opening of the game is the voice happening a decent bit before the actual subtitles and the mouth movements. It's not a big thing, but it seems to only be with this version of the game too. I say that the PAL version has some things also. I was thinking of playing the PAL version as well because Dennis gets a different haircut in that version for some reason, but